In this lesson, we're going to look at plotting an Ogive curve. So an Ogive curve is just a fancy name for a graph that has a data set or any sort of values that you're looking at on the x-axis and the cumulative frequency on the y-axis. And cumulative frequency, it's really just a running tally of the number of values that you already have. So looking at an example, we want to draw an Ogive curve for the data set shown below. So we're looking at a class set of marks. We had 4 people that got marks in the range of 0 to 10%. We had 5 people that got marks in the range of 10 to 20%, and so on. So the first step that we need to do is create a column for the cumulative frequency. So this is our cumulative frequency, which is a running tally of how many marks we had. In the first class, we had 4 marks. And then you can pretty quickly see how I'm getting to these values. The second class, we had another 5 marks. So we add those 5 marks on top of the 4 marks, we have 9 marks total. The next row down, added another 12 marks, so that makes 21 marks total. The next column down after that, we have 11 more marks, so 32 marks total. And in the final row, we had another 8 marks, so an absolute total of 40 marks completely. So there was essentially 40 students in that class. Okay, so the first steps for drawing an Ogive curve, we draw and label our axes. So you can see I've done that there. Next step, we want to plot the first point with a y value of 0 and an x value that is equal to the lower class limit of the first class. So our first class is that 0 to 10 range. So our first data set is going to be 0, 0. Okay, so the next data set that we want to look at, we're getting our x values from the upper limit of our classes, and we're getting our y value from our cumulative frequency column. So our next data set will be 10 and 4. The data set after that will be 20 and 9. Then we'll have 30 and 21, followed by 40 and 32, and finally we'll have 50 and 40. So I've gone and drawn those up there. There are our data points. And our next step is just to connect the dots and plot with a straight line. So there you go. This is our Ogive curve all finished up. You can see the extra point that I've put. The final interval will always end at the y value that's equal to the total number of data. So we have 40 sets of data. Our cumulative frequency ends up at 40. We have 40 students, 40 marks to have essentially plotted up there. Now, interesting things that you can get from Ogive curves, you can pretty quickly find the median mark. So we had 40 marks, so the median would be at the 20th mark. So the 20th mark, we look at our cumulative frequency, read 20 off the graph, just about here, and draw a line across. Okay, our median should be at the 30% range. So yeah, there's a whole range of interesting things that you can get from Ogive curves, and we'll start looking into that a bit more in the next lesson.